Hello everyone, welcome back to Assassin's Creed 3, where I'm actually recording on a weekend. And I don't think it's gonna mess up, so I might actually, have a video on Monday for once in a long time. There's a puppy over there. First of all, I made the list of the things I read in the lost episodes. Let's get through half of them now, while I'm thinking of it. That one? Yes. Now it's a matter of actually finding where they are. I think the first one's probably a person. Yes they are. So, Jaggers. Hessians were German soldiers who were hired by British to fight in the Revolutionary War. While Hessians technically referred to soldiers who were from the state of Hessen-Kassel, it came to be a blanket term for all of the German... I just realized I slipped into a slightly French accent to read a German name. Sorry? Also, sorry for my really horrible French accent? I don't know. It came to be a blanket term for all of the German mercenaries who fought in the Revolution. The imposition is easy to understand, of course. When a troop of German soldiers line up and start firing at you in a war, only the most misguided of geography nerds would stop to ask where they're from. So, me then. Yeah. Yes, you, Sean. You would. You made it to the front lines? Good job, Sean. Among the Hessian troops who were sent to fight in the American Revolution were at least two units referred to as Jaggers. These were light infantry troops, known for being accurate marksmen. Accurate marksmen are very much the best sort of marksmen. Sorry, that just read like a really bad first draft of an essay, of a history essay. Anyways, the word Jagger also happens to be German for hunter, and early members of the Jagger troops were mainly comprised of experienced foresters. Again, really accurate gunmen who are good at fighting in the woods is exactly the kind of soldiers you want for a war in the American frontier. Unsurprisingly, this made Jaggers the most feared and respected divisions of the Hessians. Also the reason why a lot of North American warfare is based off of, especially during this time, is based off of indigenous methods. Oh right, this. That is an event in Boston. Oh, not the one I was looking for, but is one on the list. So, Boston Massacre, date March 5th, 1770. The Boston Massacre was culminative of several fights between British soldiers and the people of Boston. A group of British soldiers fired into a crowd at point-blank range, killing 5. The reality of it is less damning to the British than it sounds. What started as an argument about a wigmaker's bill, of all things, turned into a mob. Hundreds of Boston citizens kept 8 British regulars cornered for hours. By the end of it, many were holding clubs, throwing stones, and taunting soldiers to fire. Captain Thomas Preston was in charge of the regulars and tried to defuse the situation by talking with the crowd. They asked if his soldiers' guns were loaded. He admitted that they were, but it would have been stupid for him to order them to fire, since at the time he was standing in front of them. It wasn't until one of the soldiers was hit by a stone, which forced him to drop his musket, that the regulars fired into the crowd, against the orders of Preston, who later testified he never gave the command to fire. It's possible his men mistook the taunts of the crowd for an order. The regulars were arrested and tried for murder. 6 were acquitted, including Thomas Preston. The other 2 men were found guilty of manslaughter, but had their thumbs branded in lieu of the usual sentence, which was death. Actually, looking into records of people who should have received capital punishment and didn't is always interesting. And the reasons why, which usually is just, we don't really want to. One of the, or something like this, where it's like, yes, you committed manslaughter, but there's enough sympathy publicly that executing might not be the best political move. One of the interesting things about the massacre is what happened afterwards. That is how both sides tried to spin it to their advantage. Well, at least not at least not in Britain. In America, it was probably different. One of the interesting things about the massacre is what happened afterward. That is how both sides tried to spin it to their advantage. The fact that most people call it a massacre would give you an idea of who won this particular PR war. Revolutionaries portrayed it as an attack on colonial liberties, and images of events, popularized by Paul Revere, showed an organized British force firing into the crowd, not a confused group of soldiers cornered by an angry mob. The British, on the other hand, referred to the event the incident on King Street, which naturally calm in a crisis, unlike countries who insist on turning every minor confrontation into a 3-ring circus. Anyways, the wigmaker dropped his prices and it never happened again. I call it a victory for the bold. Okay, now I have to find the thing I was looking for because I thought it was really interesting actually. Documents, there we go. Yeah, that's it. It's nice to know this time when reading it that's in the newspaper section because I was reading this and I'm like, this sounds like a newspaper article that's like contemporary. So the Boston Massacre on Cake Street. Doubtless readers will well know that on the evening of Monday's last, a squadron of soldiers formed before the custom house fired into a crowd of citizens, killing 4 and wounding many. Our readers will expect a circumstantial account of the tragical affairs, but we hope that we will excuse our being particularly cautious as we should be, had we not seen the town was intending on inquiry a full representation thereof. However, some few facts appear to be established. Following upon... Okay, I need to take a sip of water. There was something in my throat that was making it very difficult to talk. Ugh, okay. Following upon an altercation between some lads of the town and a single posted guard at the custom house, a increasing number of citizens came to the place, with each shouted on the guard. In like manner, a large group of citizens gathered in King Street. Captain Thomas Preston perceived from the main guard house the soldiers in distress, left the main guard with a party of men with charged bayonets. The soldiers came pushing their bayonets, crying, "Make way!" They took place by the custom house and continued to push to drive the people off. Pricked some in several places, on which they are clamorous, and it said, threw snowballs at brass portions of ice. Crowd taunting, the soldiers were shouting, "Fire, you dare not fire!" On this, and more snowballs coming, someone cried out, "Damn you, fire!" One soldier then fired, and a townsman with a cudgel struck him over the hands with such force that he dropped his firelock, and rushing forward, aimed a blow at the captain's head, which grazed his hat, and fell pretty heavy upon his arm. However, the soldiers continued the fire successfully till I forgot to mute Discord. Whoops. I forgot to mute Skype. Shoot. It should be fine. It should be fine. Yeah. Continued the fire successfully till 7 or 8 or as some say, 11 guns were discharged. By this fatal maneuver, 3 men were laid dead on the spot, and two more struggling for life. But what showed a great cruelty unknown to the British troops, at least some, since the House of Hanover has directed their operation, was an attempt to fire upon or push with the bayonets the person who undertook to remove the slain and wounded. The dead are Mr. Samuel Gray, killed on spot, the ball entering his head and beating off a large portion of his skull. Lovely. A mulatto man named Crispus Attucks also killed instantly, 2 balls entering his breast, one in special goring the right lobe of the lungs and a great part of the liver most horribly. Mr. James Caldwell, mate of Captain Morton's vessel, in like manner killed by 2 balls entering his back. Mr. Samuel Maverick, a promising youth of 17 years of age, son of the widow Maverick and an apprentice to Mr. Greenwood, Ivory Turner, a ball went through his belly and was cut out at his back. He died the next morning. Mr. Patrick... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You said 4 people died. This is 5. Mr. Patrick Carr, about 30 years of age, who worked with Mr. Field, leather breeches made in Queen Street, wounded, just wounded. Apprehended he will die. Okay. The ball entered near his hip and went out at his side. Apprehended he will die. And several others requiring surgery, suffering loss of blood, shattered bones, and lodged musket balls. The Governor Hutchinson has exerted himself in an effort to quell the town. He has ordered the arrest of said Preston, as well as the soldiers involved, until such time as investigation and general ordering of the facts can be made. Yeah, that sounds like a contemporary newspaper. That's probably edited a little bit to match, modern spelling. Okay. Let's see, the next one would be in place. Locations. Boston. There you go. McNeil's Rope Yard. These buildings were used to make rope for ship rigging. Police tried stay awake. Ships at the time needing a surprising amount of rope, up to 20 miles of the stuff each, which you realize is incredible if you're a rope nerd. Ahem. This will wake you up. Rope is in the rivers in this place is well known, among historians, In the March of 1770, there's at least one historian who knows of this, because they study, rope throughout history. There's at least one. In March of 1770, one of the workers here asked a passing British soldier if he wanted a job that told him to go clean my shit house. The soldier was so offended that he started a fight. Then he left, came back with several of his friends, and started a full-on brawl. That one insult led to days of fighting between soldiers and rope workers, leading right up to the Boston Massacre. The relationship with the British and the Bostonians at the time was a little tense, to say the least. History does not reveal if that worker ever had his shithouse clean, but it seems unlikely. Okay, let's go do a fun one. Individuals. I should have probably organized this and where they would have been. Hatham Kenway, born 1725. Hatham Kenway is a Templar and came to the American colonies in 1754. For what we learn, Kenway was sent here by the Grand Master Reginald Birch with a dual mission: establish his own Templar group to rival the colonial assassins and search for clues about artifacts related to the first civilization. When a Grand Master tells you to do something, you do it, even if it's just a chess Grand Master. Kenway didn't find the artifact he was looking for. He did, however, recruit a small, dedicated band of Templars. He also attempted to forge a relationship with the Kedia Kahaka at the frontier, and what would be particular Kedia Zio. The two were briefly lovers, and however brief it was enough, because Kedia Zio, unbeknownst to Hatham, ended up raising their son Cotter. I'm guessing it was Kenway who became Grand Master of the colonies, and therefore the man responsible for the 1763 attack on the colonial assassins. The attack wiped out most of the membership and almost all of our records from that era. It's never been clear exactly what happened in that attack or how Kenway managed to make it such a complete surprise. In any case, I don't think I like this guy. Sorry to use such strong words. Oh boy. Okay, that's all I'm going to read for now. There's about 1, 2, 5. There's 5 left. And I need to be right back. Okay, I had to go blow my nose because I don't know what it was. I felt like there was something stuck in the back of my throat. I became way too aware of like space between my nose and my throat, like the opening in my mouth. So hopefully that will help. Not really, but it's a bit better. Let's go do some story. Yeah. Maybe we'll get out of this outfit. It's kind of obvious. Especially if we're supposed to be passing as a Spaniard. Oh, you're over here. Hi. I totally did not just walk past you. I missed what the name of this quest was called.
Welcome back.
You left me in Boston.
The training we've done here is all well and good, but experience is a better teacher by far.
What of my father?
Into the wind, I'm afraid.
We have to find him.
And we will, after the house has been repaired.
But he's out there plotting who knows what.
And what would you do when you found him? If you found him? You're a boy with a few months of training. He's a man full grown who spent decades honing his skills. If you're going to stand a chance against the Templars, you're going to need these.
We're getting what I think we're getting? Yeah.
Go on before I change my mind.
Sweet. Yeah, perfect time to use it, eh? If the loading screen, kill 25? Wow. Oh, it's not letting me switch to it yet. I'm just gonna calmly walk outside and see someone screaming for help.
Sir, please, help! He's going to die!
River rescue. Okay.
Who?
There's no time! Please come!
I feel like we're being led into a trap, honestly. Follow Godfrey. Of course your name's Godfrey. But we're going to the river, I guess? This seems like a trap. This is 100% a trap. Oh, I thought that log was a deer. That's a beaver! Not the point of what we're doing. Oh.
Down there! He's just passed under the bridge!
Oh, why do I have to keep saving people from the water? Do not touch water. Shoot. I am trying. I am also trying not to. I am trying. Here. Screw it. Okay, I can do that. I can do this. Reload last checkpoint, yes. Did it just exit memory? So reloading, did it just exit? It just exited the memory. Oh, and then it also put me on the wrong side of the house. You're just staring out the window at him. Oh, I love you. Oh, I wish you weren't my mentor, because mentors die.
You, sir, please, help! He's going to die!
Sure. I'm trying. At least it didn't restart much.
No time.
Well, it's kind of annoying where I'm trying to say, yeah, let's restart from the last checkpoint, and then it switches in the menu behind it to exit memory. It's like, clearly you wanted to exit, right? It's like, no, that was not what I wanted. I can do this. If I don't do it this time, I'm not going to try too hard, but I think I can stay out of the water. There you go. Can I skip this cutscene? Yes.
Down there!
There you go. Well, I don't know how much faster this... Oh.
Help me! Please!
I like how there's just this one deer watching like, oh, what's that? Okay.
Someone! Help!
I am trying. Thank you very much. Oh.
Help me! Please!
There you go.
Someone! Help!
Ooh.
Help!
I am trying. Oh, shoot.
Help me!
Oh, that's not cool, game. But fine. Come on. Since I missed it. Oh, he goes in the water anyways. Ooh.
What this knobend is trying to say is he's forever in your debt, sir.
Who you calling? A knob end?
You.
You, because you are one.
What were you doing on those logs?
One of the dangers of lumbering. We've got the camp set up a few rods off of here as we're cutting timber. We're hoping to open a mill in the area.
There's a good place not far from the manor on the hill where I'm staying.
I like you already. We'll have a look.
Do you realize what you just did? You were worried about people. Oh, that challenge wasn't, that kill 25 people wasn't for this. Okay. That was just in general now that you have the hidden blade.
I'll miss the peace and quiet, but we can certainly use the wood.
The manor needs a lot of work.
That and other things. Meet me at the small shack by the shoreline when you have time. There's something else you need to see.
What is it?
An asset.
Is it a hostage? Is it a hostage or information? Where are we going? Look for missions with that to recruit new settlers to improve your homestead. Huh. Improving your homestead will give new resources to trade and unlock new items you can craft. Interesting. Let's go check that out. Might as well do it at least once to see if it's worthwhile or not. Why is there like... I don't know if those are actually element signs, but they look like it.
Morning.
Oh, is it just the first few letters of your name? Maybe? Look like they're supposed to be like like elements. Huh. Okay. Let's go on the map now. So we have to rebuild our homestead like we did in, whatchamacallit? Oh, bloody hell. The second game. Let's go up here. Okay. Do. But, I don't know. Let's see. So I now have, can I switch to this? I can. Have I killed a, I have not killed a beaver yet in this game. That sounds like such a weird statement to make. Good, I was hoping you can climb this rock. Oh, I like you already. You can climb cliffs. You are now my new favorite assassin. Oh boy. That makes everything so much easier. Okay. This cliff, if you can climb, I'll be very impressed. I think it wants me to climb this tree first though.